Alright. Made it. Well, that happened to me last time too. I'll bring my throttle back. It's so much looser now. And it just doesn't have enough gas, I guess, and it dies on me.
You know what I found when I started your airplane last week is you got to pump a lot of fuel in yours.
Yeah.
Mine I just go for maybe 3 seconds, 4 seconds.
Really?
That's about it.
I wonder why the difference.
Because yours, I had problems getting it started.
Huh.
You know, and then I realized I just have to pump more fuel into it.
That's interesting.
So.
But then I had to plug my headset in, and it just took me
No
a
problem.
few extra minutes. Taxi hour run up, everything seemed good. Took off. I was trying to watch for that Lance coming in, so I was keeping a very shallow climb, and I was only climbing out at like 100 knots.
Yeah, I noticed that. Okay. Because I started to gain on you pretty quick.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay.
I was looking at the Lance, and yeah. So once that's why I kept it coming around to the left there. Kept the climb going up. Cross under looked fine. I don't remember if we did 1 or 2, but you were right there. We did a couple steep turns just to kind of get everything going. First breakup in rejoin, I lost 100 feet. The second one...
Good, that's what I was writing down right here, up and down. Yeah.
The second one, I was still chasing. It was just not a good...
Yeah.
I haven't, it's from not flying it. You went into trail. Everything there seemed fine from my point of view. I was just kind of playing around a little bit. And then we switched the leads.
Okay, so I took the lead. You got on board. Actually, you look really good. We didn't do anything all that aggressive, but you look good. Breakup and rejoins look fine to me. I tried to maintain, my altitude wasn't as perfect as it should have been either, and my speed got a little, my speed was good. On my first one, I for some reason kept maintaining like a 20 degree, maybe 20 plus degree bank. The second one, I maintained 25 pretty accurately. And that may have helped you a little bit, I don't know. But you seem to get in pretty good. We did some steep turns. We did some cross unders. I put you in trail. You called in. We started our descent back, and then I pushed you back out and put you on to the brake wing, and came in. Everything looked good.
Yeah.
On my flight as wingman, the only thing that I had more critical on me, I was coming in really fast as I'm coming in on you. Coming in, I'm fast. And I started getting back on it over here, and then next thing you know...
You stopped.
I stopped.
I saw that.
And I was like, shit.
Yeah,
that's just a byproduct of not doing it for a while.
My first one, I was like, oh, God, how do I pull this together?
I mean, I really thought I had so much power. That
I thought you were coming barging in, and the next thing you got there, and
I started pulling it back, and I said, crap, I lost it. But, I felt pretty good. I got on board okay, felt fine, for the most part.
Yeah, you got on quick.
So it was a good flight.
Yeah, my lead was really pretty poor. I just haven't flown the airplane in a while.
No.
And wingman, I was kind of doing some porpoising, and I was working it harder than I normally would like to. My rejoins, they were, from our standpoint, it was, yawing and sloppy. It wasn't just a clean join up, but, it worked out. It was a little bumpy. It was knocking the rust off.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened. We came around here. I could not get my gear down. I'm like this. You're down here. I almost passed you. By the time I got my
This
gear
is
down,
after the break?
Yep, after the break. I was basically about to pass you by the time I got my gear down.
Well, I will tell you, I came in, I was high.
Yeah.
I broke, and then I probably pulled up a little bit, and by the time I came around and I'm looking at the runway, now I got to get my gear down, and I'm probably 1,500 feet. So I'm waiting for the speed to bleed off, gear down, flaps down, and now I'm pushing the plane down.
Yeah.
And pulling the power back to keep getting me down. I was by no means any beautiful break for landing. Too much speed, not smooth.
Yeah.
And they must have fixed something on the airplane because for the first time in a long time, I heard the gear warning on this. Normally, I never hear it.
Oh, see, we had the gear warning a few times.
Yeah. So I only hear it when I pull the power way back, but I heard it, and it kind of not surprised me in a bad way, but I normally don't hear it in that point.
Okay.
I heard it in your plane when I flew it a couple of weeks ago. Other than that, good safe flight.
Good flight to knock the rust off. Do you have any comments, concerns?
I wish I was paying more attention to the flying. I think there's a lot of cool things to learn about this videotaping, like the whole time.
Yeah,
So
it's a lot of. I mean, obviously you're using the ailerons, but it's also a lot of rudders. It's kind of pulling everything together.
Yeah.
That's why you felt it sometimes.
There's a lot of
wagging
uncoordinated movement. It's Adam's job or my job as a wingman to get in position and stay there. And if that means yawing a little bit, crabbing it, slowing it down, whatever you got to do, you just got to stay there. And, whatever that takes.
So what was your anchor point when you were flying visually?
There are points. Well, we don't have the plane here. There's points on the airplane that you look at. There is, if you're looking at the airplane. This is the airplane, and I'm looking, let's say this way. Here's the wing of the airplane, and this is the propeller on the front and the tail on the back. I'm looking actually over here where the flap and the aileron meet, and then on the engine cowling there's a point here. So I'm looking like that at that point there, and then on the tail. In between these 2 points, you want to be in the middle. So you're kind of looking here, and you're looking there. And those are your guides. And that gives you your step down, and gives you your fore and aft. You're flying a bearing line. This is what's called the bearing line. And the bearing line goes out to ever. Right. Goes forever. So, you basically come in on that bearing line, and that bearing line shouldn't change. But once you're in position, now you're using those points off the airplane.
Now, are the positions picked so that you're not in the vortex or in the turbulence?
Correct.
Whether in trail or on the side.
Yeah, and what it does is it keeps you in the proper position as let's say number 2, which is on the inside. Number 3, if you're flying with 4 ships or 3 ships, he would be in the 3 position, which is the opposite side. 4 could be on the 3 side. This can all switch, or it can be in what's called the diamond. You got 4 airplanes. So if everybody is doing what they're supposed to do by watching these points, all the planes will be stacked properly. When you look from the ground, what you'll see is this nice even stack for the most part. If everybody's doing what they're supposed to do and do this, everybody's nice and even. And that's kind of what it's about. That's kind of the precision flying that you do. And when you go to an air show, and if you're formation pilot, that's what you look at. Oh boy, they're tight and nice and right. Now, we could theoretically fly tighter. In fact, in many cases, flying tighter is more comfortable, believe it or not.
Yeah,
but
it's easier.
But you don't. These are the points that we're supposed to follow. Especially if it's lumpy air, you like being in tight because you're more one.
Right.
If you're out here, you get more of this.
Sure.
And it's hard to see, when you're in tight, you can really get everything really, really dialed in.
Yeah.
Today wasn't that bumpy.
No.
It wasn't that bad at all.
It was half pilot induced.
So those are our visual cues, and there are many other visual cues. When Adam is in trail or I'm in trail, we're using the bow on the canopy. And where we're sitting in the front, we should just be able to see the belly and the bow at the same time. See the tail, it's a position. You want to see the tail in the bow of your airplane, so that's what you're looking through.
Yeah.
And that keeps you, again, step down and step down. Other than that, it's lead's job to direct the wingman, tell him what to do. Now, we briefed it, of course, but if things change and I need him to be on the other side, or we need to get down quicker, or it's his job to follow me. That's what he gets paid to do,
Get paid the big bucks.
You get paid the big bucks. And that's, when you start flying at clinics and you start flying in shows and you're flying with strangers, they don't say, Adam, how good are you at flying in trail? Yeah. That question never is asked. They expect you to be good. That's why you're there. You're carded. That's your job, and lead expects that. If you're not, then you ground yourself.
Yeah. Or you get grounded.
I was reading about the diamond crash, the Air Force diamond crash, Thunderbirds back in the day, where the lead had an elevator issue and couldn't pull up in time, and everyone crashed. The entire flight went.
They all followed in. Yeah. Guys, I hate to do it. I have to go.
No, go.
They're supposed to be over. Stan, I'm gonna shake with my left now.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, thanks.
You'll get the hangar closed back?
Yes, be good.
All right.
I'll
If
speak
you need
to
a water stand, it's just in the fridge out there.
good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And I may need your help. Maybe an electrician.
Call me. Let me know. I don't think there's electrical issues.